Being inducted into the CAD Hall of Fame is Dr. Robert Lehr. Originally from Pennsylvania, Robert Lehr graduated from Lock and Haven State College with a degree in health and physical education in 1964. After receiving his Master of Science degree in administration and psychology, Bob continued to teach physical education at Spring Grove High School, where he would also coach cross-country, basketball, track and field, and volleyball.
I remember the mottos at my old high school. It was live to learn and learn to live. And I remember seeing that early on as a boy, and it always struck me as, what does that really mean? But it's really a good life's motto. And I've tried to learn that. I'm still trying to learn.
From 1971 to 1975, Bob was an administrator, physical education teacher, and coach at Gettysburg College.
I don't think there was any key moment. I think it pretty much evolved. I didn't get tired of coaching, but I just thought that I wanted to do something more with my life. And I initially got into school administration. I was assistant principal at a junior high school at the time, now a middle school.
Named the Associate Director of Athletics at Yale University in 1985, Bob was responsible for overseeing all home contests for 35 intercollegiate teams, including several regional and national championship meets and games.
The issue I saw with college administration was I really didn't get to work with student athletes. I was more concerned with all the external things, the concessions and tickets, things like that. So with the public schools or schools in general, I had an opportunity to work with student athletes and really interact with them, and I relished that.
In 1990, Bob was named Director of Health, Physical Education, and Athletics at Southington High School.
One of the things I tried to do at Southington, I wasn't able to do it every day, but I like to talk to a senior one-on-one in the afternoon, each afternoon. And I got through a lot of student athletes that way. And I learned a lot about them, and I learned a lot about my program. And I learned some shortfalls, and I made some adjustments. The last thing I wanted to be seen as favoring one sport over another. That would always bother me when I would hear something like that.
He developed a substance abuse policy for athletics, a sportsmanship program, and initiated the Unified Sports Program. He helped create a new physical education curriculum and began a college athletics information night.
I think it's important to pay attention to the entire program. And that means attending a lot of things. And it means giving up a lot of your time after school to attend things, sometimes 2 or 3 things in one day. But I think it's the right way to run a program, to be visible and to be available to student athletes and coaches.
Bob served as president of the Central Connecticut Conference Southern Division and was a member of the CAD Executive Board, serving as secretary and president from 2000 to 2002.
It is so hard as an athletic director, I think, if you're doing the job the way it needs to be done, to live a balanced life. It's really critical to be able to find that balance.
Bob was named the NIAAA Athletic Director of the Year for Connecticut in 1999, and both the Connecticut High School Coaches Association and the National High School Coaches Association's National Athletic Director of the Year in 2005, and the CAS CIAC Hall of Honor in 2023.
The people at the CIAC, Mike Savage, Carissa, now Glenn, their assistants, Greg and Paul Hoey were incredible. And the CAD part, Fred, of course, who is just an incredible human being, and Joe Tonelli and Dave Johnson and McNeil, all kinds of people that I've got to work with. They were incredible, but my family, my parents were just incredible. My sister and my wife and my granddaughter, who my wife and I raised, I'm incredibly proud of her, and as well as my daughter and son. And my grandchildren in California, I can't forget them.